Hey guys, Michael Moyt here with Buda Citizens for Safe Water, and I just wanted to shoot a quick video as a follow-up to the interview I did on Monday with KXAN and Laura Landmar. We really appreciate Laura coming out and KXAN airing our concerns, putting us in a little spotlight. We really appreciate that. This is something that we're very passionate about, and we really want people to understand why we're so passionate about this. We want people to understand our concerns. In the interview that I did, only a very small piece was used. It was about my anecdotal evidence for my family and not consuming fluoridated water. My kids have never consumed fluoridated water, and they don't even use fluoridated toothpaste. Now, this isn't about fluoridated toothpaste, this is about the water. Fluoridated toothpaste is a choice, but that's the choice we have made. And in 31 years, if you add up my kids' ages, it equals 31 years. And so 31 years, one small cavity in 31 years. I think that's pretty good, and I know for a fact, my dentist has told me, that this is way better than the average. So that's the part that aired on KXAN, and in the article online there's a few more of the quotes that I said, which I was happy to see those there and not just the clip. But I spoke to her for like about 10 minutes, and it was all about our story, why we're doing this, our major concerns, and the problems we have with the fluoride chemicals they want to put in our water. So I really wanted to talk about the other reasons that we're doing this. You know, we came together at the end of last year, the beginning of this year, and stood up at City Council. We spoke again, and we spoke again, and each time we spoke, more and more people came to hear and to participate. There are a lot of people concerned about this in our community. This is an old practice. It's a normal thing for people to consume fluoridated water, but this is an old status quo that, you know, we have a problem with. And one of our main issues, and why we're called Buda Citizens for Safe Water, is the concern of the type of fluoride that they're going to put in the water, or they want to put in the water, which is called hydrofluorosilicic acid. And this is an industrial byproduct or a waste product, and we've gotten some flack from a few people by saying that, but it's the truth. It's from industry, the fertilizer and aluminum manufacturing companies, and it's a waste product. It's collected, literally collected from the chimney stacks of these places, and not even purified, but just sold directly to municipalities and cities for the water supply. With it comes lead and arsenic. We have the material data sheets to prove that. The material that was the hydrofluorosilicic acid that was put into the San Marcos water, and then that was pumped to Kyle and pumped to Buda, was from a company called Potash, and I think they're out of Illinois, and that's the product that was used by the Guadalupe Blanco River Authority, and so we have that information. We have been speaking with the people who got it out of the San Marcos water supply, and they have been a huge help for us in educating us about this stuff. This is something that a lot of people actually have problems with. There are hundreds of studies done by Dartmouth University, Harvard, you know, prestigious colleges and schools, and published in respected peer-reviewed journals that show the evidence of the negative impact that it has on things like thyroid health, bone health, IQ, kidney health, and these are all legitimate concerns for a lot of people. It raises TSH levels in the thyroid, and we have a lot of people suffering from thyroid issues. We know that people with the MTHFR genetic mutation have a difficult time detoxifying things in the body 40 to 60% of people have this genetic mutation. And people who have this cannot process or digest or detoxify things like folic acid, an essential nutrient. So, and we don't put folic acid or B vitamins into the water. If you're not going to put vitamins in the water, why would you put this in the water? You know, fluoride is not essential. It's not an essential nutrient. We've talked to several people whose doctors have told them do not consume fluoride, fluoridated water. Some have even been told don't even bathe in it. Even if we're bathing in it, we're still consuming it. Reverse osmosis systems are the only real way to get it out of the water for a household, and those systems are quite expensive. So it's going to be at a great expense for people to have to do this on their own. Back to the type of fluoride used, this is not calcium fluoride, which naturally occurs in our aquifers, and that comes into our water supply as well. It's already there. We already have fluoride in our water, and it's bound with calcium. Calcium is actually a remedy for fluoride poisoning. So it's a much safer way to go. So, and we already have it there. Another point that we like to talk about is randomized controlled trials. There's never been one on fluoride, on fluoridated water. The randomized controlled trials are the gold standard for medication. And this is a medication. It's not been proven to be safe. It's an old practice, and it's now coming into question. There have been 220 communities around the country since 2010, I believe, that have kicked it out of their water supply. So this is a trend that's happening, and it's for the good of people's health. The American Pediatric Association says that the acceptable level for lead in children is 0. And it's, again, back to our material data sheets, we know that this stuff has lead and arsenic in it. So that we're going to put lead and arsenic in the water supply on purpose, intentionally, when, you know, respected organizations like the American Pediatric Association say that it's unacceptable to have lead in children's diets. You know, this is another concern of ours. Hydrofluorosilicic acid, or HFSA, also leaches lead from pipes. So people with older homes, you know, they're getting even more lead in their diets, if you will, when there's HFSA in the water. We have an 8-page document that you guys can download and read. It's got plenty of information that you can digest, and if you take a little time to do that, you will see that there are some problems with this practice, and we're just asking people to read our documentation, do your own research. Should we have a choice to consume this or not? Or should it be forced upon this? So we believe in choice. Come out and vote. We really need people to make sure they make it to the polls and vote. Vote no on Prop A. Buda Citizens for Safe Water. Come out and vote no on Prop A. And thank you for your time.